rule, punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open Bkfc 2026 with a bout in the Bantamweight division. Jared Lennon versus Chachi Versace. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And Lennon 5'10" to his opponent 5'6". A few inch reach advantage he wants to utilize since he wants to stay long with those straight punches and make his opponent pay for trying to get inside.
Chachi Versace, set for Bkfc bout number 2. He's had 3 amateur bare knuckle bouts, 4 as an AMI and MMA. Versace, who weighed in at 133.8 for this bantamweight bout, weighed as heavy as 287 pounds when he began training as a fighter in 2020. In our fighter meeting, Chachi Versace told us, "I am really focused on volume. I feel outstanding with my cardio. I cannot be hesitant to throw punches."
No, he definitely wants to go in there with really no game plan, just a few things he needs to do. A lot of head movement, avoid powerful shots. Feels like he wants to get in, land to the body, especially to that liver and that straight right hand.
This is fight number 3 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Jared Lennon. He's had 16 amateur boxing bouts, 1 as an AMI in kickboxing. Lennon told us in our fighter meeting, "My mantra in this bout is, quote, stay calm and stay long." From the outside, Lennon said, "I want to throw straight punches, fully utilize my reach advantage."
Feels like his opponent's gonna eventually rush in, and that's when he counters. Make him get frustrated, make him step in, make him lunge in, counter and move.
Jared Lennon, very candid, very complimentary of his opponent in this bantamweight bout, Chachi Versace, in our fighter meeting. He said, "I know he's tough, he's durable. I don't think that I will finish him quickly." Lennon said, "I have to stay outside. Versace's only chance to beat me," Lennon said, "is on the inside."
Well, that's when he has to touch him early to make him think about taking those steps in. Controlling the distance is key and paramount for this fight.
To get Bkfc 86 started here at Mohegan Sun, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and Happy New Year, one and all, as we welcome you to another year of the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. No gloves, no mercy, no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mohegan Sun Arena, welcome to Bkfc 86. We begin 2026 with our Bkfc review. 5 2-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 133 1/4 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Hudson, Florida, here is Chachi Versace. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and blue. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 134 1/4 pounds. His Bkfc record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Lowell, Massachusetts, here is Jared Lenny Lennon. And our referee in charge of the action, Kevin McDonald.
Chachi Versace told us, "I know that I have the toughness to make this an inside fight. I have to use my speed to solve the reach advantage of Jared Lennon." The bell, round number 1. White and blue trucks for Jared Lennon. He stands 5'10". White and gold trucks for the 5'6", Chachi Versace.
And I like what Lennon's doing already, stepping in, throwing that straight left. That is a key punch against a right-handed fighter.
See the foot feint from Versace, looking for the inside. There's the pull 2 from southpaw from Lennon, just off the mark, but it took Versace off his striking line. That pull 2 landed beautifully.
Once again, that That's the shot, that straight left. That's exactly what needs to be thrown, and he's landing it.
Big left hand again to the inside comes Jared Lennon. There's the clinch from Versace. Quick separation from the outstanding referee Kevin McDonald.
That was a well-needed clinch by Versace. He needed to get in and grab his opponent. He was a little hurt.
Left hand, right uppercut, getting through from Lennon. To the inside, there's the turn, overhook from Lennon. Separation again from McDonald, right back to it. From the center circle, forward comes Versace.
This is the best we've seen Lennon look. He's very sharp, very accurate with his punches.
Redness outside of Versace's right eye. Big left hand again, right hand off the mark. That turns Chachi Versace circling out. Strong round number 1 of this bantamweight bout for Jared Lennon. See the level change feint from Versace. Long jab from southpaw just off the mark. There's that 2 again from Lennon. And now coming forward, Versace swing and a miss, hook to the body.
And Versace has the same punch, except for the left hand, it's the right. He's got to step outside that lead foot, move the head.
The 2 again, that rear left hand. Break. Into the clinch, good refereeing from Kevin McDonald. We expect nothing less, right back to it. Kevin McDonald, the star as an MMA referee, happy to have him in BKFC. Overhook from Jared Lennon. On the reset from the inactive clinch, Versace trying to get his jab going. Final seconds of round number 1, working from ortho. Lennon continuing to land the rear left hand from southpaw. Long jab from Lennon, the bell, that ends round number 1.
And that was a very good, very dominant round for Lennon. And I like what he was doing. He doesn't have a huge reach advantage, but he's utilizing what he has. He's stepping in with those jabs, stepping in with those 2s, making that reach seem even longer.
One of my favorite people in the fight world, Rick Hahn, U.S. Judo Olympian, BKFC and Bellator veteran, in the corner of Jared Lennon.
And here you can see that straight left. Look how he throws the jab. He steps in, steps as close to that foot, trying to step outside. Whoever can get that outside step has the advantage. That straight punch down the pipe.
You catch him every time. You're slipping beautiful. Find your range, okay? Roll it with intent. Step over, roll it.
Seconds out cold. You say BKFC fighter Roberto Armas in the corner of Chachi Versace. Armas telling Versace, take your time.
Toe the line, knuckle up.
Called knuckle up from Kevin McDonald, round number 2. Overhand right, swing and a miss from Chachi Versace.
And once again, Lennon just seems so relaxed, so calm, so much better. It just seems the more he's getting in the squared circle, it just seems more relaxed.
And movement from Versace, but again, there is that 2 that lands. That's a slip ruled as such by Kevin McDonald. Right back to it, sporting touch of hands. Versace was adamant. He had to make this an inside fight in our fighter meeting. Lennon adamant. He had to make this an outside fight, Chris, in our fighter meeting.
And Lennon's doing a good job of making Versace pay every time he tries to get inside. He punches him and move. He doesn't get greedy. He doesn't stay and throw a 3, 4, 5 punch combination. He lands one and moves the other way.
Big left hand again. And to your point, Chris, on cue, Versace looking for the entry, and there's that left hand. Now a left hook to the body. More big shots from Jared Lennon. Defensive clinch from Chachi Versace. That gets the separation from McDonald.
And
60 seconds remaining, round 2.
This is just pure toughness for Versace that he hasn't went down. He's ate some major shots. He just keeps coming forward this far.
On the reset. Lennon slightly lowering his stance. Active lead hand from Versace.
But look how when Versace's throwing the jab, he's not stepping forward. He's just throwing it. It's not going to work. Lennon, every time he's throwing, he's stepping in.
Make it 2, and that lands. The jab lands. Classic 2-1 from Jared Lennon. Left hook.
Still good head movement from Versace, but you're still taking too many shots.
Left hand again. Lennon now comfortably fighting backwards. Versace coming forward, walks into that left hand. 15 seconds remaining, round number 2. To the canvas goes Jared Lennon. That's ruled a slip by Kevin McDonald. Closing seconds now, round number 2. Quintessential range fight. Lennon wants the outside fight. So far he's getting it. Next stop, round 3.
And Versace has to do a better job of trying to work his way in. He's standing outside, he's throwing the jab, but his feet aren't moving. You know you're going to end up short. If you're in range, to land that jab. The other guy's probably already hit you. So there's that straight left once again. See how Lennon steps in, increasing that range, throwing it to the body. He's keeping Versace at bay the entire time with that left hand.
We go to Cyrus Fees.
Yeah, I just had a chance to talk to Roberto Armas, who's in the corner of Chachi Versace, and he's really concerned, really wants to see Chachi clinch up and commit to his punches. Feels like he's not committing to his punches, and that's what Roberto Armas wants to see as we go into round number 3.
Couldn't agree more. Roberto Armas, a very good fighter for us, but he knows his opponent's throwing jabs, but he's not stepping in. He's standing in the same place, and that's not going to land against Lennon. He's a little bit longer, a little bit farther out. You have to step in and land those shots.
Round 3. Overhand right. Versace throwing that for the entry. Stiff jab from Jared Lennon. On the 1-2. Double right hand from Versace. That was slick. One of his better sequences of this fight. Two strong opening rounds of this bantamweight bout for Jared Lennon, but no one has won anything yet. Lennon talked about the Versace toughness and durability. We've seen that play out thus far, Chris. He has taken some thunderous left hands.
And that was
southpaw from Lennon.
A great left hand for Lennon. As Versace came in, he made him pay.
Right hook to the body from Versace. Better round 3 at the start. Versace.
Stop.
Both fighters to the canvas. Right back to it. Perhaps a smirk from the judo Olympian. Rick Hahn in the corner of Jared Lennon. Double slip ruled as such by Kevin McDonald. Overhand right off the mark from Chachi Versace on the reset. Get into the clinch. Side headlock. See the patience of McDonald here.
Stop, break, clean
Over
break,
the
clean
head.
break.
There's the separation. 45 seconds remaining round 3. Versace trying to time to step in right hand. Couldn't find it. The big exhale on the miss from Versace.
Versace throwing one jab and then that two. I'd like to see him double or triple up to really get inside and unload that two. It's coming up just short.
There's the jab from Versace. There's that pull two again from Jared Lennon. That rear left hand of Lennon has really been the decisive punch at this stage in the fight. You just heard the 10-second clack. Closing stages, round number 3. Jared Lennon in his 3rd BKFC bout. Chachi Versace in his 2nd BKFC bout. We go to round 4.
Another good job by Lennon as Versace did get in his range where he wanted to be. Lennon grabbed him, tied him up. Said, not today. You're not going to land easy 3 shots on me.
Don't keep your foot off the gas. Stay sharp, stay long. He's trying to bait you right now into his fight. Don't let him do that. Okay. If he's gonna come in, take that half step back, throw that 2. It's fucking there. Every time. Alright?
That was perfect. Come in, back out. Maybe something there, something not. You don't really have to do something. Okay.
Keep that jab out. Keep that jab going. How you feel? Breathe. Focus on your breathing.
Big fist. Big fist. When you take a little bit of the ring at him, don't let him get it back. Push him more towards the ropes, clinch him, pull him down, and get after
I like the corner of Lennon telling, utilize this ring. Every time Versace tries to come in, take a step back, land those punches. They have this big ring. You gotta like the big, he has to like the big ring. So much room for activities.
To round 4 we go. There's the step into from Versace, but not there. Step into from Lennon. Jab again from Jared Lennon. Lennon staying at range, exactly what he told us he wanted to do in our fighter meeting. Control from the outside.
Well, that's exactly what he said. He said he wants to make Versace lunge in, and what he does, he's landing that counter left hand.
Versace to the mid-range. There's the overhand right. Left hand gets through it. Another left hand from Jared Lennon. Lennon again with the big left hand. Double jab right back from Versace off the mark. Versace continuing to show his toughness. Lennon showing his accuracy. 65 seconds remaining round 4. Left to the body. seeing a lot of naked twos, Chris. The two without the one that jabbed from Jared Lennon. They are largely landing and landing with impact.
And that's what you get when you have a southpaw versus a
Down,
right-handed fighter.
stop. Slip.
Ruled as a slip. Jared Lennon to the canvas, right back to it from referee Kevin McDonald. Now 40 seconds remaining round 4.
And this is what Lennon wanted.
Stop.
Lennon to the canvas again.
Oh, the
And that's ruled as a knockdown by Chachi Versace against the flow of this fight.
Oh, that really helped.
Over here.
Lennon. Versace moves and he gets an extra count. Wow.
9.
Oh, Lennon, is he getting up? Wow.
Up at 9.5, and with the delay, perhaps make that 15.5.
If it weren't for Versace moving around, that fight's over.
Knockdown number 2.
Out of nowhere, Lennon has to get up. He's still hurt.
Again, Versace will not go to the neutral part of the ring, costing himself. Twice in sequence, Versace not following the instructions of referee Kevin McDonald. Under the unified rules, you must go to a neutral part of the ring. Versace failed to do so twice. 2 knockdowns in round 4 recorded by Chachi Versace, but Lennon getting extra seconds, Chris, in both knockdowns as we go to round 5.
You already turned the card in.
And you can see coming in just a few shots. Didn't see what really did too much damage in that exchange, but it really, Lennon took a few shots.
I told him.
And that really did damage because he was hurt. Here's the second time after he's already been knocked down once. Good uppercut landed. And Sean, in my opinion, Lennon had won the first 3 rounds easily. We could have a tied up match. And Versace should have won that fight. If he'd listened to the judges, if he'd listened to the referee, I think he would have won. Anyone's fight now.
5th and final round and fight on. 2 really strong rounds, rounds 1 and 2 for Jared Lennon. Versace, you can see him starting to gain momentum in round 3, and then a huge round 4 for Versace. 2-0 on the knockdown count over Jared Lennon in favor of Chachi Versace.
And that really has to give Versace a lot of motivation. All I have to do is land a good punch, and I'm putting this guy down. Oh,
there's a left hook, lands from Jared Lennon.
and this is what Lennon doesn't want to get hit at all. He has to make sure he fights this round perfect. Landing those 2s and getting out of the way.
The fighters in the center circle. Versace forward with the left hand. Right hand off the mark to the inside goes Chachi Versace.
Break. Clean break. Come on.
The separation from Kevin McDonald. 1:10 remaining, 5th and final round. Fight on indeed from the 2 knockdown rounds in favor of Chachi Versace in round 4. Completely against the flow of this fight, Chris.
Absolutely.
Versace to the inside, side headlock. Lennon to the canvas, and that's rolled as a slip.
Count out as a slip. I think that could have been counted as a knockdown as well.
From the center circle, overhand left off the mark.
And at this point, you feel like Lennon just has to have perfect defense. Every time he's getting hurt, he's getting hurt.
The fighters nearly to the canvas. 20 seconds remaining in this fight.
Turn, knuckle up.
Left hand, right hand. Now Lennon stepping in. Accidental clash of heads. No complaint from either fighter or referee Kevin McDonald. We fight on. In the clinch. Left hand from Versace. Fair play, active clinch. Left hand just before the bell. That ends this 135-pound fight.
Sean, I'll be very interested to see the scoring in this fight.
Chris, the judges under Mike Mazzulli are always outstanding here at Mohegan Sun. So we won't even presume or assume. It's going to be 10-7 across the board as it should be. 2 knockdowns, Chachi Versace in round number 4.
Yeah.
That makes this math very, very interesting.
Especially that last round. Could be very, very tight going into the last round. Who to see who they gave the fight. That round 2 could be the determining factor.
Come on. Let's go!
We take you back to round number 4. Jared Lennon felt that he was in full control, and then Chachi Versace landing the knockdown of Jared Lennon, but Versace then, not following the instructions of referee Kevin McDonald, he failed to stay in a neutral part of the ring, giving Lennon at least 6 extra seconds. Here's the knockdown.
And Lennon didn't look like he was that hurt, but he did not get up very quickly. So the referee trying to say, stay in your neutral corner. Watch, at 7, he goes over, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, he got so much extra time to live, and he still barely got up by like 9.5. He said, okay, I'll get up now. I mean, the referee could have waved it off, Sean.
Town boxing. Stand the fuck up.
Jared Lennon and Chachi Versace going the distance in our first BKFC bout of 2026. A very interesting fight. And now Mike Mazzulli at the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation Commission table tallying the 3 judges' scorecards.
Jared Lennon from Lowell, Massachusetts, the same place as Mickey Ward. This is the site of the fight of the century. Ward Gotti won.
Without question, Jared Lennon won rounds 1 and 2. Round 3 was close, 10-7 across the board, 2 knockdowns to none in favor of Chachi Versace over Jared Lennon. That makes round 5 judging very interesting.
I think Lennon probably won the first 3 rounds. So I think that's what makes that last round extremely important. However, I'm not a judge, so we'll see how they end. I could be way off.
To end all suspense, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Judge Peabody, 48-46 in favor of Lennon. Judge Feldman, 48-46 in favor of Versace. And Judge Hayes scores the fight 47-47. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is ruled a draw.
Not surprised at all, Sean. I could see the fight going in that manner. That was so tight, so close in some of those rounds, especially the last one.
The very rare split draw. 48-46 for Lennon, 48-46 for Versace. And the third judge from the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation, 47-47. Well done from Jared Lennon. Well done in the comeback from Chachi Versace, recording 2 knockdowns of Lennon in round 4. Hard fought throughout. Jared Lennon and Chachi Versace fight to a split draw.
Saturday, February 7th, Knucklemania 6 is coming. The heavyweight throne is on the line as the reigning king, Big Ben Rothwell, collides with the dangerous and legendary Andrei Arlovski. In the co-main event, Bkfc icon Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt meets the explosive power of Yoel Romero. Plus, a heated rematch ignites as Tony Loco Soto runs it back with Ben the Bomber Bonner. And the women bring pure intensity as Jade Masam Wong faces Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman. Find out how to experience this unforgettable night live. Go to bkfc.com.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500.
Fade the flag!
We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. And coming up later tonight in our main event, that man, our champion, Julian Lane, is defending his title for the very first time here at Mohegan Sun. Scan the QR code right now if you want to see that incredible main event. Julian, let me bang Lane, ready to show that he is the real deal. You got to defend that title. He is more than willing to do so, and you know it is going to be memorable. Standing on the other side of that squared circle. Oh, here we go. Return of the Mac indeed. The disciple, Dustin Pague, man. That dude is loose. He is ready. He's got a huge crowd here in Mohegan Sun. But can he get it done. Can he do it when the lights are the brightest for that world title tonight? That's main event stuff. Live on DAZN, scan that QR code, and let's get down to business. We got ourselves a scrap. Well, folks, we are live here from Connecticut, here at Mohegan Sun, Bkfc 86, brought to you by Bucked Up, Fubo TV, Russia, Out Nicotine Pouches, and Atemi Law. Well, folks, we are just 2 weeks away from the biggest BKFC event of all time, Knucklemania 6. We are truly on the road to Knucklemania. Knucklemania returns to Philadelphia 2 years in a row, but this time bigger and badder than ever.
Honest to God, I don't think a single man on this planet can survive my pressure in the bare knuckle ring. My last 2 fights were 1 minute and 19 seconds combined. I know without a doubt, one solid strike for me can end anyone on this planet.
Rockwell forward pressure, stickman right hand, uppercut to the body again from the half-time punch, single collar top.
Without a doubt, my skill set has now ascended to the level where I am absolutely the most dangerous I have ever been in my entire life. I don't work with titles. I only worry about the next fight. It's really up to everyone around to decide who the baddest is. It's never enough. I have to go out and win in a way that makes people talk, and they want to see me take on that next guy that's going to keep elevating me to that spot so that one day it is undeniable I am the baddest man on the planet in bare knuckle fighting.
I want to remind Mr. Ben about 2 of our first fights. I didn't finish him on the ground. I finished him standing. If he think like 4-ounce gloves, kind of, it's a big difference between bare knuckle and MMA, he might be wrong. If he's wrong, I'm gonna prove him that he's wrong on February 7th. Why? Because I'm coming for you, Ben. I'm coming for the title because of that's what I'm doing last 28 years, the Arlovsky method. I'm gonna do this shit.
Timing there, but now the power of Arlovsky to the inside.
You have a champion, Big Ben Roswell, but I beat your champ twice, so looking forward, to be honest with you.
Listen, you better be really careful what you wish for, because if you fight me like that, I'm gonna end your career.
Could this be it? Ben Rothwell, Arlovsky 3 for the BKFC Heavyweight Championship.
Both fights with Andre, there were big moments in my life, like especially the very first time we met. It was a huge opportunity, and it sent either one of us on a massive trajectory.
Classic traditional style. Left hand, turn right hand, and that cross hard Duffy.
He got that win on me, and it was always that what could have been. Like, had I just fought better, did what I was supposed to do, I would have fought some huge names after, and where would my life have been? In full circle, we're at this point, like, here we are. This is a title fight now. Like, those fights weren't even for title fights. This is for a title fight. And this is my opportunity to take it and show him, like, this is, of all of the 3 fights, this is the most important one between us. And this is the one I have to take from him.
Ben knew all he had to do was land a punch, and he landed it.
This is the first time I've got to fight someone that I have this much history with in the bare knuckle fighting realm. And now I got a guy from my past coming to try and take something from me.
Discipline. It's remembering what you want. Every fucking day. When I wake up, I remember why I'm doing this, for what I'm doing this, for who I'm doing this, and why I need that belt so bad. 27 years what I'm doing right now. Bkfc, obviously it's only 2nd year, but I'm very excited, you know, and I love train hard, I love fight hard, and definitely we're gonna put a good show, we're gonna put excited fight for Bkfc fans, for MMA fans, for boxing fans. It's gonna be a good night. have a lot of respect to you, but it's going to be a war. Varlovsky, the Arlovsky method, Andrei Arlovsky coming after your belt.
Those MMA losses are old business. This is new business. This is bare knuckle, and this is where I reign supreme. If you're gonna come to Philadelphia for Knucklemania 6 and challenge me, then be ready, because I'm gonna destroy you.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500.
Fade the flag.
We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, February 7th, Knucklemania 6 is coming. The heavyweight throne is on the line as the reigning king, Big Ben Rothwell, collides with the dangerous and legendary Andrei Arlovsky. In the co-main event, Bkfc icon Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt meets the explosive power of Yoel Romero. Plus, a heated rematch ignites as Tony Loco Soto runs it back with Ben the Bomber Bonner. And the women bring pure intensity as Jade Massam Wong faces Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman. Find out how to experience this unforgettable night live. Go to bkfc.com.
Featherweights for you now. Our tale of the tape is presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches for Zach Pinnell versus Brandon Meneses.
And Meneses enjoying a 3-inch height advantage as well as a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight. Also bigger fist size. Let's see if that can be the difference.
This is fight number 3 in BKFC for Brandon Meneses, his 5th bare-knuckle bout across all promotions. Meneses has also had 3 pro MMA fights. Brandon Meneses told us in our fighter meeting, I want to have a smart start rather than a fast start. I want to be smart, be methodical, and immediately establish my distance.
By establishing the distance, he means he wants to decide when and where this fight happens. He actually said something that I never said. He said he wants this fight to go deep. He wants to showcase his skills. I just want to be over as soon as possible. He wants to take this fight in the later round.
Meneses, who is naturally right-handed, told us, I feel equally comfortable in both stances. I will continually switch stances when I see openings. I want to use, quote, controlled high volume.
But he wants to be a dynamic striker, show that creativity, show how he's different than most guys in this division.
5 fights in BKFC for Zach Pinnell. His debut came in January 2024 when he defeated Casey Yates by first-round KO.
And showing early that he can get up off the canvas, has belief in his ability, wants to get into the pocket. That's where he lands those hard shots. You can see those overhands, those hooks. That's his best spot. Power shots from the pocket. Get in, throw those powerful shots, get into your range. That's where he's doing his best work. Feels like if he can get in, land those shots, he can contend with anybody in this weight class.
Zach Pinnell, now set for BKFC bout number 6. He has had 12 amateur boxing matches. Pinnell told us in our fighter meeting, I want to be extremely aggressive throughout. Pinnell said, not only will I be aggressive, I will continually take risks to open up and get the finish.
Sean, he says this is an all or nothing fight for him. He's coming out fast, he's coming out hard, he's going for the finish immediately, and he's not going to stop until he gets it.
Pinnell said, I'll be fast off of scratch. I want to be active with my lead hand. I want to work to the inside. No in and out for me, Zach Pinnell said. Once I am in, I am staying in.
He said he wants to turn this fight into a brawl. He has to land first, he has to land clean. Feels like the uppercut is going to be the shot that's going to end this fight.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Featherweight division, presented to you by Alp Nicotine Pouches. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white and gold. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, his official weight 144 3/4 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands at 4 fights. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, here is Brandon the Voodoo Child Meneses. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears pink and green. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 144 3/4 pounds. Tonight he enters the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 6. Fighting out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, here is Zach Little Mac Parnell. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Zach Parnell told us, I will keep coming forward off of overhands. I have to continually dictate the pressure of this fight. The bell, round number 1. Immediately to the measuring jab, and then the right hand goes Zach Parnell. He's in the pink and green trunks, white and gold trunks for Brandon Meneses. Meneses, big rear right uppercut, huge overhand right. Both fighters throwing immediately at the start of this fight. Now into the clinch, the underhook from Meneses. There's the separation from the always excellent Brian Miner.
Smart move from Meneses. As soon as his opponent got inside, he tied him up. That's where Parnell wants to be.
Right hand landed by Parnell. Parnell talked about instant aggression. We're seeing that thus far. There's the step in left hand from Meneses. Meneses now back to ortho. Switching right back to southpaw. Lands the big left hand. The rear 2 from southpaw. Another left hand, right hand. And down goes Zach Parnell.
Parnell looks badly hurt. I think he's complaining he got hit on the ground, I believe. He's
up at 9 is Zach Parnell. Brian Miner ends this fight. And win number 1 in BKFC for Brandon Meneses.
You could just see the way Parnell went down. He was badly hurt. Tried to get up, but made it to his feet. You could just see he was done. And watch. Just inside that straight left did the damage, and then it was just a matter of time. Parnell continued to go down. One more shot, I don't think that did much damage, though. I think the damage was already done with this nice left hand. Look at that, straight left right down the pipe. And Zach Parnell was hurt at that point. He backed up, he tried to do what he can, but just took a couple more clean shots. Here, this is the end, that straight left, and that's all that really needed to be done. Knee was down, took one more shot. I guess they're thinking it just didn't do damage. He was already hurt beforehand.
Brian Miner was in position, I believe, Chris, that he ruled that Brandon Meneses landed that right hand on the left wrist of Zach Parnell, as Parnell was a grounded fighter.
Yeah, I think they could tell that he was already hurt, he was going down, and that wasn't the damaging shot.
Brandon Meneses, again, naturally right-handed. He told us in our fighter meeting, I will switch stances when I see openings, and you saw he landed that 2 from southpaw, immediately back to ortho, and then the finishing sequence back to southpaw. That's seamless in the stance switches.
And that's difficult to do, be able to be smooth and efficient from both stances. That's just a lot of training, a lot of practice, a lot of rounds sparred.
Zach Parnell is always tough. He is always game. He talked about taking risks, being more aggressive than he has been in his previous 5 BKFC bouts. But just no answer to that huge left hand of Brandon Meneses, which opened the ending sequence of this fight. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 55 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Brandon the Voodoo Child Meneses.
Standing by here with the Voodoo Child, Brandon Meneses, you know, third time is a charm. You come out here, you got a little blood in your mouth, taste your own blood, and you come out there and you get it done. Talk about how you got there, man. You were on point today. Great accuracy.
Man, all I could do is say thanks to Coach Evan, Coach Johnny Bedford there at Fitness Fight Factory in Fort Worth, Texas. Without you guys, I couldn't do it. They zone me in while I'm in camp. They know that I can hit a state that others can't. So whenever I can tap into that state, you know, I can do whatever is possible. So.
Well, listen, after a performance like that, you know we want to see you back, man. How quickly are we going to get you back here in the squared circle, throwing down again, because that was a key performance?
Let me get to the back, talk with the medical team, and we'll go from there. But I would love to get back in as soon as I'm cleared medically. But, you know, anytime, any place, I'd love to stay at 145, make 45 my official home. So as soon as Nate Shook or any of the other matchmakers on the team can give me a matchup, I'd gladly take it. So
you're a warrior. You got that first W underneath your belt. One time for the Voodoo Child, Brandon Meneses.
Great win for Meneses. Looked fantastic. You can just see the difference in his third fight. He's really starting to figure out this sport.
Brandon Meneses told us, I want a smart start rather than a fast start. He was smart, but he was fast to seize his openings. He saw that left hand, and that opened the ending sequence. Meneses, southpaw, ortho, southpaw. Big shots, Pinell playing all defense. The knockdown, and that is the fight. The winner, by way of first round TKO, Brandon Meneses defeats Zach Pinell.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500. Fade the flag. We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, February 7th, Knuckle Mania 6 is coming. The heavyweight throne is on the line as the reigning king, Big Ben Rothwell, collides with the dangerous and legendary Andre Arlovski. In the co-main event, Bkfc icon Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt meets the explosive power of Yoel Romero. Plus, a heated rematch ignites as Tony Loco Soto runs it back with Ben the Bomber Bonner. And the women bring pure intensity as Jade Masum Wong faces Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman. Find out how to experience this unforgettable night live. Go to bkfc.com.
On Saturday, February 7th, that's the day before the Super Bowl, we'll be at Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia for Knuckle Mania 6. The top 4 fights on this epic card are presented by Diesel Laptops.
So main events, usually all at the end right here, the last 4. Gabrieno wanting to come and do what he's been doing, taking people out. We've seen this other one, Jade Masum Wong versus Crystal Pittman. Can't wait for that rematch. And Lorenzo Hunt, this guy, unbelievable job coming back, knocking people out. Yoel Romero, can he do it against a veteran like that? And who doesn't want to see Ben Rothwell, Arlovski? What a card, what a Final 4. I cannot wait to see this whole entire card.
That's BKFC Knucklemania 6 live from Philadelphia on Super Bowl Eve, Saturday night, February 7th. One of the best fighters in all of BKFC, Ryan Reber. Front row ringside, exactly where Royal Ryan Reber should be. With us here at the spectacular Mohegan Sun for our BKFC 2026 opener. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 86. Top of the hour, our main card begins. The way to watch is on DAZN. Scan the QR code on your screen now. Also go online to DAZN.com.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500. Fade the flag. We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, February 7th, Knuckle Mania 6 is coming. The heavyweight throne is on the line as the reigning king, Big Ben Rothwell, collides with the dangerous and legendary Andre Arlovski. In the co-main event, Bkfc icon Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt meets the explosive power of Yoel Romero. Plus, a heated rematch ignites as Tony Loco Soto runs it back with Ben the Bomber Bonner. And the women bring pure intensity as Jade Masum Wong faces Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman. Find out how to experience this unforgettable night live. Go to bkfc.com.
Well, there it is. You see it right there on the right. Ward and Gotti. The fight of the century happened in this very arena. It's Bkfc 86. We're live on DAZN, the global home for boxing. And that leads us to an incredible co-main event that we have locked in for you tonight. That'll be on DAZN, and it's certainly a debut you don't want to miss. Jamel Herring is one of those fighters that all throughout his boxing career, pretty electric. Now he's decided, like so many others, like an Austin Trout, to take those gloves off. A few have actually succeeded when they make that transition. So tonight, we find out if Herring really has what it takes to get it done here in the Bkfc. Of course, he has Matt Guyman, who's a veteran of the sport, who is a low-down, dirty fighter that's going to make it an ugly fight, is going to make it a bloody fight, and then we're going to see if Herring really does have it here at the Bkfc. Now let's go ringside to Sean and Chris, and let me go to you, Chris, because you had that boxing background, you had the MMA background, you made the transition, you did it very well. What's Jamel Herring got to do his first time out here at the Bkfc?
Well, he's got to make sure this isn't a boxing match. He has to understand that inside fighting, but he doesn't want to utilize it. He wants to turn this into a boxing match as much as possible, but he has to know when he gets inside, how to clinch, how to get away, how to get back to his range and make it a range fight. He's fast, he's accurate, he has to land those punches, get back out and move, and if his opponent gets inside, tie it up to where they can get back into a rebreak.
And then let me go to you, Sean, because I know you are the man with the stats. You know the numbers here. Now, we've had a number of world champions that have come over here. We've had a number of, like I said, boxers that have made that transition. Where are we at now here with Jamel Herring, and kind of where does he stack up when you look at some of the boxers that have already come over?
Oh, Cyrus, you and Chris know me too well. Yes, I'm a gigantic stat nerd. So let's go into the numbers. Jamel Herring now becomes major organization professional boxing world champion number 11 to come into Bkfc. Of the previous 10, we look at Austin Trout. He is 5-0 in Bkfc. The other 9 have a combined record of 8 wins and 7 losses. What that tells me is if you treat bare knuckle fighting like boxing without gloves, it's not going to go well for you. If you're like Austin Trout, if you cross-train in Muay Thai, cross-train in MMA, you can use your world-class boxing skills to become a world-class bare knuckle fighter. Chris, I look at it like this. If you have a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it does not guarantee you will be a great mixed martial artist. It's not necessarily going to hurt you, but it does not guarantee success.
Well, here's another fight that I think piques everybody's interest. That, of course, being Ramiro Figueroa, who is an absolute dog. I love watching this guy fight, taking on Dalvin Blair. I think this one at feature fight could steal the whole show, Chris.
100%. Blair has been phenomenal so far. Every time he's touched people, he's put them down. He says, I don't get paid by the round. I'm taking everybody out very quickly. Figueroa, though, his last fight, he really proved he had a loss before that. His first one, he came back phenomenally this last fight. Fought a very tough Howard Davis, got the victory. He knows he can be a star in this sport. This is his time to shine. He's very confident. He's very good with his skills. This should be a fantastic fight.
Well, guys, obviously, tonight, incredible. Get it on DAZN. We want everybody there. It's a huge night in Mohegan. But here in 2 weeks, we once again take things up another notch. It's Knucklemania 6. This is one you don't want to miss, and this card just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It was just last week that we added Joe Elmore and Mike Richmond to the mix, but look at all the fights that are right there on that title card. Rob Arlovsky, Hunt Romero, Bonner Soto 2. It's Rob Arlovsky 3, Masan Wong, and Pittman. And that's just some of them. We're not even talking about Johnny Garb. We're not talking about all the great Philly guys that fill that arena up. Gentlemen, when you look at that card, we know about the big fights, but what's a fight that's sitting in the back of your head that could maybe steal the whole show? Sean, I'll go to you.
I really like our main event, Ben Rothwell versus Andre Arlovsky. So I'll take you back to July 2008, Affliction 1. After Pride, it was the biggest show I had ever commentated. That was buried in the mid-card, and there was so much buzz on Ben Rothwell. This is a person who's going to be a world champion. I actually went back. I found the fight on Daily Motion. Don't tell whoever owns the footage, Chris. I'm not sure. I think that it's abandoned, but I found it on Daily Motion, and I watched it. And you can still see the